Reshuffle this morning. Anyway, we started hearing it since 3 days ago, maybe Friday or so, that there was going to be a reshuffle. People thought it was just a rumor, but the reality have set in now that the reshuffle has.
In fact, you're right when you say people thought it was a rumor, because no paper except the Daily Guide carried it. You know, it's like everybody missed it.
Everybody was like, oh, it can't be possible, because especially the finance minister's own, that even members of parliament, their own party people, made a press conference. They were even tagged. They were even tagged. So if you watch those who did the press conference, almost all of them never contested the election, because they knew they were tagged, that they were going to give them a heavy contest to remove them. Only Ackuaku was able to, Honorable Ackuaku was able to sail out of the people who did the press conference, if you look at the pictures.
Well, to be fair, there was about 80-something people that stood against, you know, that stood against the finance minister.
The finance minister.
But those who didn't make it in the contest were about, let's say, about 40.
They were the people who showed their face to do the press conference. Check the video. They showed their face to do the press conference. And I've always been saying this, that I don't see why the president was not listening to what his own party people were saying, that the finance minister was not helping us. Now we are left with barely 10 months for elections. And even the 10 months, let me say that serious campaign starts from somewhere May, June. And so it's going to be, very serious. So all these changes that you are going to make, what impact is it going to make? What change is it going to make? Because anybody who go to a new ministry, you need about 6 months to, get your footing, to get everything, to settle down, you know. So it's rather going to take this country back.
You think so?
Yeah. Because if they move in now, and almost all of them have won their seats, that they are going to campaign.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it means that they are going to have a divided attention between their constituency and the ministry that they've been assigned to. And moving into a new ministry, it will take you some time for you to be briefed, for you to know what is on the ground, for you even to start implementing something. Everybody knows that this reshuffling is not something the government was doing to help our motherland, Ghana, this country.
Why not?
Oh, yes. It is just a mere campaign strategy that they are moving some people to some key places so that they know the assignments they'll be given to go and
give me some
deliver.
Examples of what you're suggesting.
Anyway, I don't want to mention anybody's name.
No, because your suggestion is that, so for example, we see Okoboy is being tipped as coming in, replacing Kweku Ajiman Menu. Okoboy is very active.
He has been on the health side already. He has been even at NHIS or something. And he was on the board of Kolebu, so at least he has privy with what he's going to do already. He's a medical person. So for his,
but he's also very active politically. I don't necessarily, maybe I don't understand it, but I don't necessarily see how this is like putting him in position to benefit the campaign.
Well, this is just one of them. This is just Okoboy we are talking about. But to be honest with you, even the health minister, the NDC started lambasting, especially on the COVID issues. And all this while, what prevented the government from moving him from his position to bring Okoboy, who is very active, to take over?
Okay.
So we had all these issues when the dialysis issues were happening in Kolebu and all these things. But there was nothing like reshuffling coming in. So if you are changing within 10 months, everybody will know that maybe it's because of some particular assignments you want to give to your people.
Okay.
So it's obvious. So as for me, I think that this is just a waste of time.
Some would say better late than never.
This one is too late.
Really?
This one is not better. It is too late.
Okay.
It is too late. It is just like, for instance, an MP contesting a constituency that you haven't done anything for for your people, you haven't lobbied for any work to be done in the area, and then 2 months or 10 months for your primaries, you go and bring gravels and, you know, machines to come and put on the road. The people will definitely vote you out.
Okay, so let me just run through some of them, and then if you have any comments, you can make the others. We'll move on. Let me just run through some of those who have been suggested by the Daily Guide. So, for Finance Ministry, Amin Anta in, Kenneth Orieta out. For Health Ministry, as we said earlier, Akuboy in, Ajimamenu out. For Ministry of Interior, Henry Quarty in, Ambrose Derry out. And then in the story, it goes on to mention some ladies who are going in and out. So, Gender Ministry, Lariba Zuwera out. Yeah, and Dakwan Newman in. Frida, Sanitation and Water Resources, Frida Pempe out. Seyram Al-Hassan in. And then for Information Ministry, Fatima is going to take over from her acting minister now, Upon Nkrumah. So she's supposed to be coming in there, Fatima Abubakar. And then we have Ophelia Hayford for the Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation Ministry.
Well, for the ladies, and I would like to congratulate all of them. As for the ladies, we need them. We need more ladies in government who want to see them working. But somebody like Honorable Frida Pempe, she just took over not too long. You remember? Not too long. I think barely about 3 or 4 months ago. Is it 6 months? If
about,
most.
Yeah, about 6 months.
About 6 months ago. So why
I think she took over just before the lower voter spillage thing happened.
That happened, just before that. So why would you be changing her now? What's the reshuffling about her? I believe she hasn't even settled it because I'm on her committee.
Okay.
I'm on the sanitation committee. So I believe that she hasn't even settled in. And then you are just reshuffling her again. So these are some of the reasons why I'm saying that the whole thing looked like there's an agenda for the 2024 election, which is okay. I mean, every party will do it.
Yeah.
You know, so as for this reshuffling, Ghanaians should know that it is not something to help or something they are bringing new to help this country.
So you don't believe it's for Ghana?
It is just for MPP election 2024, period. Nothing more, nothing less.
All right.
Other than that, Frida Pempe will not be changed within 6 months because she lost the election. So if she had won,
I mean,
if she had won,
it's about putting your best foot forward.
No, is it about her competency as a minister? Then why did they put her there at the first place? So these are some of the things
I suspect that maybe her comments also on the Akosobo Dam spillage may also have affected her.
Well, so why didn't they do the changes around that time?
Okay.
Why didn't they do the changes around that time to tell her to resign for making such comments? Then everybody will know that the comment you made shows that you were not competent enough to be there.
Anyway, let's just do one final story. The Begro chief faces destillment for allegedly endorsing Mahama. Now, I've read the story earlier, so I'll just give a little touch points here. So basically, the Ebuakwa State, the Achim Ebuakwa Traditional Council has summoned Ankobia of Begros 2, that's Bafo Uredu Ejako Minta II, for allegedly endorsing the flag bearer of the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, ahead of the upcoming December elections. Now, he's reported to have, this is a statement. He said that the statement also indicated that the chief said that Nananom had invoked the gods by pouring libation against the breaking the 8th mantra of the MPP government and admonished the people of Begro to remain vigilant against the alleged vote rigging agenda of the current government. So these are some comments that he's supposed to have made, the recent tour that the erstwhile president made to the area, and the traditional council is not taken lightly to it. Now, some comments I made earlier in the show, I said that I think that if we're going to do this in terms of calling out, traditional rulers for supporting being openly political or politically biased, then we need to do it across board, to everybody and do it fairly. Otherwise, we need to also address the Constitution to amend what it is that it says. Because 30 years on, things are not the same as they were 30 years ago. I don't know what you think of this.
Anyway, it's quite interesting. I think that the chiefs are also human beings, right? They are also in this country. They also vote. We have a freedom of speech. Now, the bill is passed. Everybody has the right to speak his mind.
Yeah.
So, this chief, was he speaking as an individual for himself? Or he's speaking on behalf of all his people? If he poured libation to pray, he was praying his own prayers. I remember 2016, when His Excellency Akufo-Addo was on his tour to Volta region. When he got to Anloga, the paramount chief, Togisi, prayed for him and poured libation.
Okay.
Prayed for him and poured libation. Why was he not taken on? I think he went to Ehi, and they even installed him and wore him some white cloth and put some, nyanyara on his neck and all that. Why was he not picked on at that time? One good turn deserves another. So if today the chiefs of Begro thinks that things are too difficult for them, nothing is going on, they feel that they want a change and they are expressing their opinion, what is wrong with it?
But
what is wrong with
the
it?
Constitution says that traditional rulers should not be involved in active politics.
It shows that they are under duress. It shows that they are going through so much that now they cannot hide their feelings anymore as human beings. So they are now coming out to speak. This should tell them that this is how Ghanaians are feeling. And now they cannot stand it anymore. They have to speak their mind. So I don't see anything wrong with it. When His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was the president in 2016, and Akufo-Addo was being prayed for at Anglo, Togisi's residence, they were pouring libation with calabash and everything. Why didn't anybody come out to say that, oh, why is he doing that? One good turn deserves another. They should leave the chiefs and let them be free. We should speak our mind. Everybody is tired now. People cannot afford fuel. People cannot afford anything. Hospital dialysis issues are going on.
Do you think the Constitution should be amended to
Nobody should suppress anyone.
To reflect the current mood of the nation in terms of every traditional leader should be able to feel free to speak as they feel, just like every other Ghanaian? Do you think the Constitution should be amended?
I think that they also have their followers, just like the pastors and other maybe traditional rulers also have their followers. You see churches, pastors preaching openly against, even prophesying against some leaders and all that. And nobody says anything.
But that's not in the Constitution.
It's not in the Constitution. So we are talking about amendments. So if this is going on, then they can also allow them also to speak their mind. They're also human beings, They are also part of the system. They also contribute to the quota of the system. They even contribute a lot, because they also have their followers and everything. They have their royalties they pay and all that. So they should allow them. I think that the Constitution could be looked up again to all these things, because it wouldn't be fair at all.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. So this morning,
speak about Japan.
You wanted to talk about Japan?
Small, because I'm on a public account committee.
Oh, but anyway, unfortunately, we did quite a bit. I did quite a bit on Japan before.
Okay. So you've spoken about it.
Well, briefly, we played a report and just read this story on that. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. I would have loved to take your thoughts.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Next time I'll come early so that we can discuss this on another platform.
All right, so this is Honorable Sophia Ackuaku. She is an MP for Domia Bra Obom. She's also on the Public Accounts Committee. She's with the NDC.